Hey folks, welcome back to exponentialfreedom.com. This is Ben Sturdivant. Thank you so much for plugging in today. I want to talk to you about the emotional MLM roller coaster in a little bit more detail. I went through a previous video that kind of highlighted this, but this is really, I think, the most important factor in a new distributor understanding the emotions that they're going to go through throughout this process of building a business. And first and foremost, I think it's really important that people understand that this is a process. This is not an event. You know, when you recruit someone, that's an event. But sponsorship is a process that you're taking people through. And the process of building a business is not something that's going to happen one time. It happens over and over and over again over a long period of time. You know, I hear some people call network marketing get rich quick. Well, I certainly believe it is. Maybe not overnight, but quicker than normal. I mean, it could take years, 30, 40, 50 years of someone putting away all their money to have just enough to have passive income so they can go do what they want. I accomplished that same kind of passive lifestyle in 3 to 5 years, and I think anyone else can do the same exact thing too. But the big X factor is whether or not you're going to see it through. So I want to take you through just a little bit more of a detailed explanation of this concept. First thing we're going to start out with is, here's our new distributor, this star here, and the excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most excited. They're in their first day, first week in their business, and obviously they're a 10. They're excited. They've got all this opportunity in the world. They love their product or service. They love their opportunity, compensation, the upline. Everything's peachy. Everything's wonderful. And then as we're going out and we're sharing the business with people, we're excited, we're talking with people. We go out and we talk to that first person that we're just sure is going to join the business. You know, our best friend that we thought, during the presentation we were thinking of names. We're thinking that's the person who's really going to take this and run with it. And boom, we get shot down. So naturally what happens is our excitement level dips. And now we're kind of going, oh dear, yikes, that's not what I thought would happen. But we know that it's a numbers game. We follow the training. We go out and talk to, a family member, and we say, oh, you gotta get into this business. You're probably talking to a family member that needs money. Maybe they've been in a lot of deals, and you go talk to that family member, and they don't join. And then what happens? Boom. This family member probably beats you into submission too. They probably are saying, that's illegal. It's never going to work. You're going to go to jail. And then that's the way you look. That's your distributor, and they're thinking, well, yikes, this recruiting thing doesn't work, so I'm going to go out and try to sell the product. So they go out and they talk about the product. They try to convince people that their product's better. They try to convince people their service is cheaper, and they go ask a family member to try the service. The person doesn't do it, and boom, their excitement level drops down to a 2. And this right here is where most people in network marketing give up and quit. And I know it sounds ridiculous because they've only talked to 2 people about the opportunity and 1 about the product. But believe it or not, this is the reality for most people. And the key is understanding this. The key is helping people realize that you've got to push past this. And maybe you go out there and you help that person continue to plug in. They're plugging into the calls. They're plugging into the presentations. They're attending local events. They attend a national event, probably one of the best things that you could ever do for a team member. And now their excitement level shoots back up again. They're a 10. They're excited. They're around people that think like they do, and they're thinking, this is great. This is wonderful. And maybe they even enroll their first distributor, and they're pumped. But then what happens? The new distributor doesn't start showing up for training. They don't. Their new team member doesn't call them back. They're MIA, right? The witness protection program. Their new reps aren't duplicating. They're not doing what they thought they would do, and now the excitement level drops back down again. And you're thinking, boy, can this get any worse? What am I doing that's so wrong here? What could I do that I could, improve my results? There's got to be a better system. There's got to be a better way. And they start looking, and they start going around and researching everything and looking around, and you know what? They don't find it. They don't find anything. But then what happens is, just through the process of plugging in, maybe they get their hands on some personal development, and you know what? They stay in the game a little bit longer, and maybe they learn something. Maybe they attend one of Art Jonak's mastermind events, and all of a sudden now their excitement level goes back up again, and now they're they're pumped and they're ready to build again, and they're ready to go out there and they're ready to set the world on fire. They got a little bit of attitude. I remember the first time I got a little bit of attitude, and it really, really helped, and my excitement level went back up. And I went out there and I started to build, and I started to recruit, and I found some leaders. And this is right about the time, if someone sticks with their business, they're going to get that leader, that person who all of a sudden starts producing, and you don't have to actually be involved with it as much anymore. And when you get to this point, you're pumped. But what can happen is this person can go out there and quit. They can stop building their business, and there goes your excitement level again. It plummets. It absolutely plummets. I remember when my first leader came on board, maybe it's a lot of money. All of a sudden, they were doing some unethical things. There were some challenges in the company, and then of course, they bolted. They went to another deal, and this is how I felt, and that's how most people feel when they experience their first massive attrition wave. And it happens. It could be a problem with the product, could be a problem with the company. Maybe your company went out of business and you're thinking that this doesn't work. And this again is another point where a lot of people quit. And again, maybe you stick with it and you go out and you attend the next company conference, and it's the second year conference now, and you're pumped up again. Your excitement level goes back up, and then what starts to happen though is you continue to take action, you continue to talk to people, you continue to stay with it, and you recruit some more people, and you get some new blood going, and you follow through, and you're now starting to think that this is starting to work. You get promoted to your next level, and you're really confident, and you're having some fun, and then all of a sudden, when things are going great, something major happens. Maybe if you're in a product-based business, there was a huge product recall because the product was bad, and everybody quits the business, or maybe your company goes out of business altogether. Boom, there goes the excitement level down again. And now you're crying. You're thinking, this doesn't work, I'm ready to quit again. And you stick with it, you go out there, you do a little bit more, you push through to the other side, you focus on your reason why, and you go out there and you end up having massive success over the next few years. I know this sounds a little ridiculous, but I've seen a lot of people, including myself, go through these same up and downs, and you can incorporate thousands of different experiences, and I've wanted to quit thousands of times, and I think every top earner in every network marketing company has had that thought cross their mind, because anytime you're doing something that doesn't go your way, you're going to question your results. But when you get to this point, and you get to this point, you'll know when you get there, because you're just absolutely giddy with your business, meaning you're so excited, you're so passionate about it, you know that it can help people, you just can't wait to share with other people. And I want to share with you what kept me going, and I call it my why. It was my reason for doing this. Ultimately it was my family. I wanted to provide my family with a lifestyle that we couldn't have working in our jobs. I also didn't want a job. I didn't want the hassles that go along with working for someone else. I also didn't want the hassles that would go along with owning a traditional business. I didn't want to have to deal with those headaches. I didn't want to have to fight traffic every day. I wanted to have the luxury of buying the car that I wanted to buy and doing the things that I wanted to do. And it was these things that helped me stay focused through those challenges. Personal development also played a really big role, and I can't stress how important it is that you go out there and you continue to grow your mind every single day, feeding it with positive information, because guys, there's enough negativity out there in the world, not just in your business, but in the world. If you watch the news, whether it's the economy or wars or anything, there's so much negativity pulling you down. Then you combine that with the challenges of building a network marketing business, which are not always going to be positive. Then you need something to combat all of that. And that's where personal development is so important. Not only does it make you a better person and help you in all areas of your life and help you build a bigger business, but it's also going to help you stay the course, which I think is vital. And then ultimately, you have to keep going. Once you achieve certain levels of success, you got to set new goals. You got to reach new levels of success. Here's a copy of my vision board that I have. Some of these things I've already attained and already achieved. And it's amazing as you start to go through the process of being successful, you will set new goals. And I think that's so important because you're going to achieve certain things and you're going to accomplish goals and you're going to check them off your list, but you can't stop reaching for more. You can't stop wanting to achieve more. So thank you so much for plugging into this. Please share this with your new distributors, or if you want to create some version of it yourself, whatever you do, do it, because it's vital that new people are learning that this is not a get rich quick overnight thing, it's a get rich quick over time thing. And that getting rich is not just money, it's lifestyle. And that lifestyle freedom is so worth it. We just have to put in the time and energy to build it.